Yeah, so this is my new ride, the Tesla Model 3, and it's all about self-driving. I just say, take me to wherever, and it lays out the route, and I don't have to type anything in or anything like that. I push a button, and I don't bother touching the steering wheel, the accelerator, or the brake, and it just takes over. It recognizes the stop signs and people walking in front of you and red stoplights. It doesn't need anything in front of me. Like here, you can see that it's coming up to it's a yield sign. It checks both ways before it goes. And if it was to come up to a stop sign and I'm like the second out of three cars, it knows when it's supposed to go, when it's my turn. So, and here's an example of the stoplight at the end of the road. It's red. I don't have anybody in front of me. It gets into the lane. It's putting on the blinker, and it stops and waits. When I do drive it, it's one-footed driving. You don't bother stepping on the brake. That's a very courteous car, too. Notice the truck over here on this side. I'm coming up to a red light, and I'm not steering, or I don't have any feet on the pedals or anything, and it leaves room for the truck to pull out. And after the truck pulled out in this particular shot, it did pull out a little bit forward, but it left the entrance and exit there to the gas station so people can go in and out. So it's a very polite driver. This is an example of the automated parking. It recognizes parking spots in a parking lot, and you just push start. You take your hands and feet off the pedal, and it'll put you right into the spot between the lines or between two cars. I've done that also. So you see the backup camera and two side cameras, and it shows you that it's going right in between the lines. If you needed to stop, you just step on the brake, but I haven't found that to be an issue. So it can do perpendicular parking, it can do parallel parking, but they still can't do diagonal parking by itself. A friend of mine was kidding me about the range that I have. It actually has an EPA range of 341 miles. So I did a 300-mile trip, 311 miles nonstop, and it did quite well. And in fact, I exceeded the range. This was the last segment of that trip. I drove up to Milwaukee, down over to Madison, back down home, and you can see I exceeded the range. I still had like 38 miles left in the tank when I came home.